Stick, 50 points, must have been pleasing to really put on the score and finish it off well.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was very professional, disciplined display. We haven't done that for a while, put a team to the sword like that. But they could do it because they stuck to all their little processes and our plan, and it was. I was actually really impressed with our defence. I thought the 2 tries they scored, I thought were, they were tries that could have been stopped, but I thought our tackle technique tonight was really on. It was very good.
The Raiders, obviously, in recent years, you've grafted out wins really well and been won by 1, 2 points and lost by 2 points. But to see those points and to see that you can put teams to the sword, is that an evolution of this side that you think can take them to that next level and you can be really competitive?
Yeah, I think so, Jake. I think it's the younger blokes that we've recruited and put into certain positions have got skill and speed.
What about your middles? Just so dominant.
Well, they lay the platform. We played a long game tonight, and it took a little while in the first half to get poke our nose through, and the middles led by Joe have been very consistent in their performances. It's they lay the foundation first, like we all know. It's probably as an ex-halfback and their coach, that's why I'm probably pretty lenient on the middle boys. They're I know how important they are to what their contribution gives to the back end of games, to team results.
Well, the fit pass from Joe, it's just special play for a big man.
It's there's only a certain amount of middles that can do that. I've been saying for a couple of years now that Joe's the best forward in the competition, and I think you see with the amount of minutes he plays and what skill level and endurance and agility he's got. I think it's, people probably think I'm biased, and I am at times, but he shows it.
Taps, obviously a little bit of a hip drop there in the end, like you're a bit how you feel?
Yeah, it's a bit sore, but I'm sure he didn't mean malice by it, but just a bit frustrated. It was an injury I already had as well, so probably fed up a bit of my anger, but I'll be alright to play.
What's your thoughts on some of your teammates' performances like Hudson Young, Corey Horsburgh, doing everything, speed, putting kicks and the goal, plus a bit of confidence in place, they look really strong and fast.
Yeah, I love playing with competitors, and that's what they are. Starlo's is the same. Got to give rep to Sav, the young winger. Man, it looks like he's played a couple of years of first grade, the way he runs and carries, and even his defence, and he's willing to learn. So Seb Chris has been outstanding for us. I think the whole team, when we're on, everyone across the board has been playing good, and I said it last week to the coaching staff, it's a credit to them. They've made it really clear, and we know what our roles, and when we do, we play well.
Stick, obviously, the talk about Jamal, and you said to Fox in the post-game that you wanted him to stay, you want to keep him on. Where's that the latest this week? Will there be more progression on that? Will we have an answer from your perspective?
Yeah, well, he's got the answer, mate. We want to sit down and renegotiate another year with him. Jake, I'm honest to the players, and sometimes that hurts me. How do I know what's going to happen in a year's time? There could be another deal that we're sitting down this time next year and doing with Jamal again. I've got to keep trying to build a football team here that can be a top 4 football team, and Jamal's a big part of that, and so is Ethan Sanders and Ethan Strange. You're allowed to have good players. You're allowed to have a couple of good players in certain positions. Other clubs have, and you look at Melbourne. They got great depth in certain parts of their spine. And you look at Tommy Starling and you look at Jamal. they know young blokes are underneath them who are good football players coming through, and look how good Tommy Starling and Jamal Fogarty are playing. They're playing as good as they have because they know that pressure's on them. So I don't apologise for it, but we want to keep Jamal, and we'll know early this week whether there's been contract negotiations with Manly or not over the last 2 or 3 weeks, or month, which we keep hearing, where you're not allowed to actually do it. But we'll sit down with Jamal early this week and we'll tell him exactly what we've got. He was very happy in regards to what I've discussed with him early this week. So, mate, I'll know if there's been prior communication with Manly. Because I know Jamal is very happy, and I want to keep Jamal here. And as I say, my plan for the future of this club has not changed with having good players in important positions. I want Jamal to bring through Ethan Sanders. You can see what we're doing with Ethan Strange. I reckon Ethan Strange's game tonight was his best game he's played for the club. It doesn't have to be the flashiest, but you have a look at his hit technique defensively. You have a look at how powerful of a runner he is. He's got a massive career ahead of him, and that's what I want to happen with Ethan Sanders. But I don't rush them. If you rush these young blokes at at an early part of their career, they can go out the back door as quick as they come in, because you blokes all wrap them up. They get a lot of positive commentary. It's exactly what I've had with Xavier Savage. I didn't allow you guys to keep wrapping Xavier up because he might have had a flash piece of playing him, and I say that respectfully into the media. You've got a job to do too, but he might run an 80, 90 metre try, but you don't see all the little things he does off the football that was poor. Xavier now, through patience, has been so much better in those areas. And look, and where I say sometimes being honest to players hurts me, Sando knows exactly my plan. Tommy knows exactly my plan, and we've got to have depth in those positions. If you think you can continue on when there's suspension or when there's injury, I can tell a few lies to players to try and sign them and give them 2-3 year deals, but I can't look them in the face when I'm actually there not executing what I said. But I know other coaches and other clubs do. But I'm not going to bullshit to my player. And if that means I lose him, I'd rather lose a player than tell him a lie.